Welcome to part 3 in my user testing survey tutorial series. There was a new release recently that put out a handful of new features that people have just been clamoring for in the user testing survey part of the platform. Those things are image questions, matrix questions, and the absolutely highly requested branching logic in your survey. So I'm going to take you through those today. Here we go. Where can you find the new question types? Obviously, right here in the survey builder. You can see over on the left side of the screen, you've got the add question option. And I'm going to go ahead and click the add question. And now you can see you have the matrix question type. You have the image question type. So if you want to add either of those, you can just literally click on matrix. The reason you would want to use a matrix here with multiple rows, this is going to become much more obvious when I show you the results, is when you want to rate a lot of similar things and have a very concise visualization, which shows not just how they're rated, but how they're all rated against each other, especially when you're doing sort of rankings or a group of different attributes about, let's just say like an image, for example. So it's going to be a great opportunity to have a singular visualization with elements about a particular item. So that's going to be a matrix question. I'm going to show you an output of a matrix question, and I'm going to show you one that's actually been written out. It's going to be a lot easier. With the image question, literally you just click that. You're going to see here, upload an image, very, very similar to the unmoderated test in user testing. The way you would do that, you would upload an image, you put that alt text in there for accessibility, and then just like when you're using a URL task or an image task or any other kind of asset, the instructions are pretty clear. You can edit them, but most likely you're going to leave them the same. Once the open the image, then select next to answer the following questions. So we've got our image question, we've got our matrix question, and we want to add some branching logic. You can see here that I am now on a sample survey that has already been built. I'm going to scroll down. You can see right here, question number 2 in this survey is an image question, and it is an image of this cute little pig. We'll move on from the image question, and you can see then, just like anything else, you have follow-up questions about the asset, about the image. So using 2 to 3 words or phrases, please describe the image using your own words. So we're able to show something, we're able to show an image, just like when I showed the URL task in the previous video 2 in this series. You can use the image task, natively host an image right in the survey, and then get feedback on that image. Really great for early stage mockups, wireframes, things like that. You can get really good quantitative analysis of an image right here in the survey without having to worry about sending them off to a URL or somewhere else. You can do it right here. Okay, very similarly, here we have another image task, but instead of following it up, this image question with a written response, we're going to follow it up with a matrix question. So this is Old Bay seasoning here, and I'm going to scroll down, and now it says, imagine you're in the grocery store planning a picnic and a crab boil with your colleagues. Please rate how likely you'd be to add Old Bay seasoning to each of the following dishes you plan to prepare. So now we've got a whole list of dishes here, for everything from crab to potato salad down to deviled eggs, popcorn, grilled vegetables, etc. And now you're going to have the respondents rate their likelihood to use the seasoning on each of these items. So we're getting feedback across a broad range of things, but all about the same product, asset, item, image, etc. So it's a collective of questions all related to the same thing. Now, before I show you the results of this, we're going to swing into the branching logic, which is really great. So I'm going to scroll up a little bit, and here you go. So now let's take a look at this. Just a standard Likert scale question. Please rate your level of agreement with the following statement. Life is sweeter when you start the day with a bowl of ice cream. Is there anyone who disagree really with that? But down here, you have your scale 1 to 9. And now we can build in our logic. And for any question, you're going to see there's a little option at the bottom right. Now, you're not seeing it here, but it will say add logic. Now, if the answer is less than or equal to 3, go to question 5. If the answer is equal to 4, go to question 6. If the answer is more than 5, go to question 7. So you're able to assign where the actual respondent is going to go in the survey dynamically based on the answers that they gave. So I scroll down here to question 5. Please explain why you would not start the day with ice cream. And then I can add more logic here. Here's that after this question, there's the logic answer. And then they're going to just, otherwise, they're going to go right down to please explain your feelings. And then during a typical week, how many times do you start the day with a bowl of ice cream? So basically, our logic here has them skipping various questions in the survey. If you answer one way, you'll just go through all of them, but you can add additional logic, such as survey termination logic. If you want them to go right to the end, you can have them do that as well. Moving on to the output now. As always with surveys, we just switch over to our results tab, and this is where we're going to see the output of our survey. I scroll down, you can see here again, here's question number 2. Here is that image question. We see the image again, so while we're reviewing the results, we can recall easily what it was that people were looking at and giving feedback on. And now we've got, use 2 to 3 words or phrases. Here's those great AI themes about the written responses. We're not going to delve too much into that, but you can see how very easily combining an image question with a written question can yield some very, very quick results: cute, adorable, pink color, unique description, etc. Now we're going to review the output of our matrix question. We've got that Old Bay seasoning picture here. That was the image that we started with. But now we're going to move down and look at this. Now we've got our matrix question where we can actually see all of those individual dishes that we were talking about the respondent making and possibly adding the Old Bay seasoning to. And now you can see you have all of these options here, not options, but the results based on the ratings. You can see the mean is actually given over here. Not at all likely, very likely. So very, very easy to see. The darker the color, the more prominent the answer. So on the crab itself, 20 people said yes, they would add it to that. But potato salad, 17 people said no way. There's no way I would add the Old Bay seasoning to my potato salad, and so on and so on. There is one last item that is in this release, which I didn't mention at the beginning of the video. I've done another video about it, but I'm going to add it in here as well because I think it's actually important to show all these things together in this third user testing survey tutorial video. And that was screener guidance. Okay, we've jumped over to the audience builder in another sample survey that I've put together. And you can scroll down here and you can see you've got your screener questions. And this is a standard multiple choice, multi-select. Right below it though, you have this option to check the screener. Check that your screener follows best practices and get feedback from the right participants. So here, I'm going to click the check screener button to show you if this particular screener has any feedback to make it better. Check for common screener mistakes. Consider adding an answer for when none of the options apply. Okay, so all I have to do is I could say add an answer, and I would just say none of the above. Okay, and now I'm going to say that is going to be a disqualifying answer. So now I've made some changes, and now you can see it actually has updated to say check the screener again. But this is a really great option. Now in this particular case, there's only a single item that is here in my screeners, but a more complex screener, you would get feedback on all of the screeners that you had in the study. And we've covered that in another video as well. So if you want to see more detail on that, maybe there's going to be a link to it somewhere up here. So that's how you utilize the screener guidance, which we just showed, how you utilize the image question, the matrix question, and the branching logic. These are great additions to surveys that are going to make your experience way better, way faster. You're going to be able to do more with it, and you're going to be able to create more complex surveys if that's something that you need for the research you're trying to do. That's going to be it for now, but don't worry, I'll be back again soon. Until then, I will see you later.